certainly people earning over $1 million a year should be contributing to the wellness of society.
If it's 50% now, let's say it's around 50% with taxes. We used to have a top rate of 90%. You think we should get back to that?
I mean, I think that eventually we will get back to that.
All right, chat with that young lady who's leading a push to have, her student debts paid off, college loan free for everybody, et cetera, et cetera. I got a lot of response. I'm told these things can go viral, whatever that means. At first, I thought, did I start a contagion? It was explained to me by people far smarter than I on this thing called the internet, which is going to be big. That what Ralphie had over 2 million hits or whatever that is, which apparently is a lot. Anyway, to Charlie Gasparino and Steve Leeb, Charles Payne, Lizzie MacDonald on this push, and to the fact that it did go viral, Charles Payne tells me that it resonated in a way that people were just flabbergasted.
They are flabbergasted because that could be the poster child for the inefficiency of our K-12 education system already. I mean, I almost felt sorry for the girl, but it does point to this entitlement.
But I don't
thing.
blame her. No, I blame what she's exposed to. I blame her parents, and I blame
the schools,
the building behind
that's what
it, with all the professors who just egg them on.
Yeah. But by the same token, though, guys, it's one of these things. It's not just this. It's something that's going on there that we have an all-time record low business birth rates, household formation. Something is going on with younger adults. And it's more than just entitlement.
But you know what I don't understand, and I agree. I don't blame her at all. I think she's a product of her environment.
Absolutely.
And the thing is, we're babying.
We've had 8 years.
Hang on, we're babying these students when they're it's a legal age. Hang on, they can drive, they can own a gun, they can vote, and we're babying them by not giving them the debate topics and the issues that they could form in their own minds.
We should blame them, though. We should blame them. I look at it.
You didn't say wacky things at age 18.
Yeah. By the way, I guess what?
Yeah, but that doesn't make it right, Lizzie.
I got blamed for it, and I'll say this.
So she's getting blamed now.
She should be. And here's the thing: the millennials, we beat up on millennials a lot. But remember, millennials are some of the greatest kids. They go fight our wars for us. They protect this country. They do it valiantly. We got half of them doing that, and we have, or maybe a third of them doing that, and then we have the rest, pampered. Kids like this who think they deserve it.
But, you can't blame her, but it's what she's exposed to.
Neil, I mean, the thing that gets me, is that they don't have the facts, about these loans. 90% of the people that carry loans greater than $50,000 are either graduate students where it's going to pay off for them, or they're people that go to these darn for-profit colleges. Now, I looked up some of this data. I'm amazed. I'm on the board of a water company, and this is a bunch of plumbers that go around fixing leaks all over the country, and I think one of them fixed your swimming pool, and you said he did a lousy job, but that's evidence that it's got to improve.
His indoor swimming pool.
Yeah, the indoor and the outdoor.
No, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say. But anyway, you know what the average salary of a plumber is? $50,000.
Listen, the problem is also that is not the problem. Is also nonprofit schools that are tuition gouging.
That's what I'm saying.
Wait, you said for-profit. They should be protesting against tuition gouging of middle class.
Charles, my point with this is, whatever your views on this, even for us, when we were in school and coming out, we had loans and all that. But they will argue today, even on a percentage basis, they're up dramatically for these kids. Now, is that the fault of loans that have always been there?
There's
a lot of factors, right?
Charles Payne?
I think more recently, pushing the middleman, as Obama said, out of this thing, having the government rubber stamp every approval for every loan.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. But let me just say, guys, from my own personal experience, my son comes home tonight. He's gone to school in London. I paid for the whole thing. He actually wants to come here and lobby me. He wants $1,500 so that he can get a table at the hottest nightclub in London for him and his mates to hang out in.
I love this.
No. 18 years old. When I was 18, I was sending my mother money. I joined the Air Force when I was 17. I sent my mother money. For him to even think that he could ask me for $1,500 for a table at a disco is nuts.
So you're going to say no?
I don't think so.
Charlie and I will give him the money because we want to go.
I want to go to hang on. I was just saying that, listen, she's got a lot of student debt, this woman, and so do a lot of people. But, when I was a kid and I didn't exactly, have a lot of money, I looked at various graduate schools, and I picked the best, cheapest one because I figured I would be able to pay that loan back to go to that
no,
school.
but we're in a
and it paid off.
No, that's not like
No, we really are.
That's
totally
their burden is very heavy. I'm not saying that means you bail them out.
Neil, you look at the best, cheapest school, and they don't believe that they should do that. These kids feel entitled
no, I think
to
it's
go
more
to the
basic
best
than that. Steve, I think a lot of people don't know when they sign a loan document, you have to pay that money.
Right, they don't. And a big chunk of these non-payments come from people that are dropouts. They just ignore it. Now, they don't owe a lot.
Can we get back to the environment that they're in? You know what I mean?
Ahead.
You know, isn't it striking that Chris Rock and Jerry Seinfeld are saying, you know, we can't even get into college campuses to talk, or Condoleezza Rice or Bill Maher. They say that is so one way in their thinking, and that's what we all grew up with, and we broke away from, right? With the college atmosphere back then.
I agree with you in that respect.
You mean the safe space?
The same way of thinking.
Alan Bloom back in, I think it was 1985, wrote something called The Closing of the American Mind.
That's horrible.
Okay, it is now completely closed in college campuses. The one thing that when my teachers were,
I think it's open.
My teachers were
from one point of view.
No, here's the thing.
That's what I mean.
Our professors were liberals for the most part, but they were open-minded liberals where they allowed debate. The professors now at these colleges, they are Stalinists.
But guys,
you can't tell me they're not gunning these kids.
What happens, though, when you hear the President of the United States say over and over again, every time he speaks, and remember, he always talks in front of college students, that you shouldn't have to pay these loans. The President of the United States...
that started with the bank bailouts.
Yeah.
That's true.
I'm not judging. I'm just saying these kids have been exposed.
That's a good point.
These kids have been exposed to the bank bailouts, the auto bailouts, the mortgage relief.
This is such a good
the school debt relief. All they know in their formative years is that.
Listen,
but by the way, the bailouts, by the way, started in 2002 after 9/11. The bailouts of the airline industry.
With Millard Fillmore.
No. I'm saying the history of bailouts is pretty young.
The point is, that's their formative experience.
The Conservative Party, the Republican Party right now is debating this right now. I mean, if you saw your whole that bailout set such a bad bank bailout set such a bad precedent. It was so wide ranging
because then it was used to justify everything.
Right, you're the tin cup on the just married card, demanding what you want.
The Republican Party is against it. You know, when you asked John Kasich about bailing out Bank of America during the debate, and he said yes, I'd bail him out. He is toast right now.
Well, it's the way he explained it. I mean,
that's
final word.
Okay.
Make it quick. Don't tell stories about pools.
Only 1% of college students owed $50,000. Now it's 10%. That's almost entirely due to the for-profit institutions.
And non-profit.
For-profit.
It's non-profit. The universities are non-profit.
No, I'm talking about the for-profit. University of Phoenix, those places. If you directed those kids to vocational schools that taught them plumbing and things like that, much better world.
Your friend that fixed his pool, did he see him swimming with the bathing suit on, or with
his clothing option?
No, he was a good plumber, and a lot of these plumbers have started with no education at all and ended up millionaires. I mean, I see them at this convention. I envy them.
And they get to peek on him skinny dipping.
I'm sorry I didn't do that.
Let's go right to commercial break.
All right.